So then we put the Kooky Munster coffee in the Kooky Munster beer. Now we have Darcy's Cookie, which is Quadrum Cookies, or Quadrum Coffee Company's cookie, or Quadrum Coffee Company's Kooky Munster in our Kooky Munster beer.
Cookies, beer, and Hudsonville's oldest brewery. I take a seat in Bill White's tap room to talk about the Mopeez Smash IPA, the Kooky Munster Brown Ale made with locally produced cookies, and the Kentucky Kiss Bourbon Barrel-Aged Scotch Ale. We're in Hudsonville this week at White Flame Brewing. 3 beers, 3 unique stories. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hops with Hey Luke. Up first, the Mopeez Smash IPA.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So your flagship beer here, the Mopeez. Tell me about this one.
All right, Mopeez is a single malt, single hop beer. We call it a smash beer, smash IPA. So the single malt is a Gold Pills malt made by a maltster in Wisconsin called Brees. And the hop is a hop called Mosaic. Simple ingredients, and it's come to be our most popular beer at the tap room and in package sales. So,
why do you think it is the most popular?
It's very approachable. It's not too bitter. It does have some residual hop flavors, I guess, and some fruitiness from this Mosaic hop, which is very unique in its own right.
One of the things that caught my eye immediately when I stepped in here was the branding that came with it.
With Mopeez, we do put it in this bright orange can, Mopeez, kind of reminiscent of a 80s soda label.
And how come you chose this one? Because it does remind me of the Sunkist.
Sure. Early on, when we first approached the packaging stuff, we used some detailed artwork that was done by hand, with great precision and stuff. And when it translated to the package, it just didn't carry the branding over as a recognizable piece. If you had it in your hand, you knew what it was, and it was really cool. But in the cooler door, when I'm trying to pick out which one I want to buy, we decided big lettering, bold colors, makes a big difference in what you're choosing.
Second, the Kooky Munster made with a local twist.
Here in Hudsonville, when we moved in here almost 10 years ago, when they're making cookies across the street, it smells like you're in Grandma's kitchen or something. And they make a pretty famous Dutch windmill cookie called Steenstra's, small orange package at the grocery store. Anyway, I contacted them one day. We need to get this flavor into some beer. So I said, what are our options? Well, they said, we have some broken pieces of cookies after we're done packaging that don't make it through. And they are in a clean room in a sterile environment, and they collected those, bagged them and put them in boxes of 25 pounds or whatever. We put it right in the beer when we do our mash in with our grain, and the cookie reconstitutes back into the milk sugar, the cinnamon, the nutmeg flavor, those just come basically back and come through in the beer. So it's a brown ale, sitting at about 6.5% alcohol, but should have that cinnamon, nutmeg, windmill cookie type flavor. So cheers to the Kooky Munster.
Oh yeah,
You get
that's
that?
unique.
Yeah.
That's very unique. Tell me about that process then of getting it to the point where you can actually mix it in, getting those crumbs.
Well, the cookies come, like I said, basically 25 pounds of them in one big bag. And mostly, for the most part, they're busted pieces or whatever. And when we mix the grain, we first, in the process of making beer, we use a cracked malted barley. It's been cracked open so we can access the sugars that are in the kernel. What we do with that then is we put it in and mix it with hot water and let that sit for a while. It converts those sugars into starches that can be fermentable, but also adds the color and the sweetness to this beer product that we're making. So we add these cookies right in during that process with this hot water, and it basically, the machine or the mash tun stirs it all up, and it becomes indistinguishable between the grain and the cookie. It just mixes all in. So it's a big mushy mess of oatmeal-y looking stuff at the end. But those cinnamons and the residual sweetness goes through with the liquid and into the beer.
Lastly, the Kentucky Kiss.
11% Kentucky Kiss.
Yeah, this bad boy, I've long heralded this as the best beer that we've made, or one of the best beers for sure. So it's a Scotch ale, which is a little bit sweeter base beer, a malt forward. It pairs very well with the bourbon barrel aging. So this is our Kentucky Kiss. So it's 11% bourbon barrel aged Scotch ale. Cheers to that one.
Cheers. Oh, that one's good. That one's really good.
That's like dessert. This is the Kentucky Kiss can. It's an 8-ounce package for this 11-ounce or 11% beer. Made it kind of styled it like a bourbon barrel.
Nice.
Came out pretty cool.
I'll talk about future of the industry. I asked you, what you're looking forward to in terms of lifted COVID restrictions. Where does the brewing industry go from here? Is it? I mean, it's only up, right?
I think so, and I hope so. I mean, we got to kind of put our eggs in that basket at this point. If you'd asked me a year ago, even at this point, a year ago, if I thought we'd be here, I'd probably said, no way, man. I mean, I really don't understand how we are here now, because we are still, as of right now, under restrictions, but somehow we're being able to make it. It's just been strange. So it's got to go nowhere but up. I hope that we're included in the up. We have been this year. It's been great, much better than I expected. I think we gained some new customers with this outdoor experience because they didn't have any other options in town at the time. So people that may not have come here before that came here and they said, man, this is great. We love it. This place is fun. Let's go back. So now we're seeing that traffic come back and it's paying dividends.
Be sure to follow Wood TV on Instagram for an exclusive clip not seen in this episode of Hops. For all episodes, head over to woodtv.com and click the Watch tab.